And welcome back to another brand new episode of Motogp 24 Career Now. Some interesting stuff I have discovered, I suppose, in between episodes is that if you look just above where it says rider customization above the rider's head, it says I'm a second rider and I have only one bar. If we go over to the second page, same team role, second rider, only one bar. So, big thing in this year's game is if you are not in the right position in your team, you can't really influence the bike's performance, especially the upgrade. So, being this second rider in this Castrol Honda team alongside Zarco, even though we might see him sitting 6th in the World Championship, 6th, and we are becoming a top rider if you look at our stats on the left. So this season pretty much is going to be a write-off. I think I'm not going to get any upgrades that I want. I'm not going to be able to shape and kind of model the bike into my own liking. I've also been told from someone who is well within the know that the only difference between my Honda and the factory Ducati pretty much is just aero. So that's where we're losing all our time, is aero. It's not actual engine performance or grip or anything, it's just aero, which we have seen, obviously, of course, with the wheelies and stuff, with just the drivability. But yeah, if you need upgrades, always go for aero. So yeah, anyway, we have Misano ahead of us. One of my favourite tracks. Hopefully we can have a result here. Sprint and main race, of course, as always, round 18 of 25. Yeah, let's get in. Let's hope for a good weekend in Italy. Just quickly, guys, if you do enjoy today's video, if you wouldn't mind, let me know with either a like or a comment, and maybe even consider subscribing for future videos. Thanks, back to the video. So, in the practice, it is the same story every day, every week. We are down in P22. We are 1.8 off. We're slightly quicker than Nakagami, slightly slower than Johan. Both Hondas of the Repsol kind having a much better weekend. So only 1 second off for Luca Marini, and Mir almost into Q2 directly. I'm wondering, have they gotten a few bits that we haven't got? Because just look at that, he's up in P13. That's outrageous. We're miles off. There's nothing me, my Honda, my team, and a bit of Nickelback couldn't help. But yeah, made no difference, unfortunately. So it will be Q1 as always, pretty much these days. So we're going to see, can we be the best of the Hondas? Obviously, it doesn't look like we're going to be like that with Mir being so fast this weekend, but we'll see. I'll be very interested to see what bike he has, because I don't think it's the same as mine. So the plan of action for qualifying is actually, see, can I get a toe off of Mir? Same bike, so we should have same equal kind of issue, so I'd imagine I could maybe pull myself forward. The lap I did in practice was behind Jorge Martin, so I already had a toe for that one. But I feel like when I have a toe, I tend to chase instead of trying to relax and ride smoothly. But yeah, it's a lot of slow corners around here that are really catching me up, just not being able to get the power down, so many wheelies and just the front end bobbing along again. But I can just get myself in behind Mir, get a good start to the lap, and hopefully we can just squeeze the front brake a little bit harder and throttle a bit harder some other place and maybe get a lap out of it. So we've managed to pull a rabbit out of the hat. I feel like I've jinxed the poor Hondas. Marini last, Joan Mir second, third last, Nakagami, and we now are the top Honda, and P4. Unfortunately, we were still a bit off going into Q2. Did my lap early, felt like a decent lap. Couldn't ever find Mir for a toe, thankfully, because I was 0.8 of a second faster than him. But yeah, it was just, I rode nice and smooth, tried to be really, instead of a really override, I was trying to just be really silky smooth, and it seemed to work. So we're going to be 14th on the grid, the tight turn 1, see what we can do. So for the sprint, it is going to be full attack, we're going to risk it all. As always, the sprint is a bit of a dry run on tomorrow's race, really. We'll have an understanding of how the bike handles over race distance, half race distance that is, and also how it handles in the pack. And usually the mistakes we make on Saturday evening in the sprint, we can try and rectify in the race on Sunday, and that is what we're going to do again today. So let's jump into the sprint.
After clinching another great pole, Martin will start from top spot. A few moments more and we'll see the race.
Okay, so let's get it. Fire's already cold, you love to see it. Oh, it's such a tight opening sector at Misano. Oh, we've been pushed off. Those riders down. Can thread the needle. Did quite well. We've lost a couple positions. We're now no longer top Honda. And I've been given a long lap. I don't know what for, to be honest. That has definitely just ruined my race. We're going to leave it go for as long as possible, as we're in a decent position here. I'm feeling pretty decent. But man, what was that long lap for? Freddie Spencer, man, what are you doing to me? Let's see, so does Digi go for it? It does. We're going to stay on the track and stay ahead, hopefully. But the lap time is not coming easy in the sprint. It looks like for some reason in the cooler conditions at Friday and today's evening sprint, we are struggling more. So my best laps came in the nice hot temperatures of Saturday's qualifying session, but at the moment we're not getting the same feeling in the cooler temps in the sprint. That's a cool graphic. Never seen that before. They just brought up the rider standings mid-race. Be very good in like the title battle. Maybe that's why they are bringing it up. But unfortunately, last thing we are needing now is to know how many points we're off the top. A better lap though, we managed to pull up to the back of the guys in front. So that was my fastest lap of the weekend at 30.9. It shows that we are motoring here in the sprint, but I am, well, struggling still for speed. So already up to 3 warnings in the sprint. I'm pushing the boundaries of the race track on that. Miller now on the back of me, lovely. I'm pushing the boundaries because I'm trying to make time everywhere. We're just running wide everywhere. So we need to be careful not to get another one. Not that we're scoring any points or having a good result, but still don't want to finish last. Last lap time. See, can we just hold off Miller? There's some moral win in my head. But yeah, thank you, Honda. Tried to say we had a moral win and, well, they tried to kill me. True it is, really. The more and more mistakes we're having, the more and more I'm starting to consider my future with Honda. As one, we're not getting any support from the factory. Two, they still see me as a second rider to Johan. Of course, recently he's been beating me, but I've been riding over my limit and having incidents and crashes and getting long laps and stuff, trying to get their bike to do more than it needs to. So, yeah, it's going to be a different season next year, hopefully. Whether we're still on a Honda, it will be the factory bike. If we are, I will not stay in this team. I will find employment elsewhere if I have to. Because all Hondas are just terribly, terribly struggling. Thank you, Marini, right on cue. Every single corner, a Honda rider is getting track limits. So we're all clearly pushing the boundaries so much with this Honda that we're all getting long lap warnings and penalties. I got a long lap in that race and still finished last. How about it?
As the riders do their cool-down laps, let's take a look at the final classification of the race we've just seen.
So Marquez has won, I think, for the first time in this season. I do not remember him winning anywhere else. All the top guys in the 29s, which is really, really fast. 30.9. We're probably around, I don't know, like Zach with 30.3. That's really, really, really fast. This has been a bit of a weird weekend because usually I struggle all of Friday, most of Saturday and Sunday. I have a better race as I come forward, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen this weekend for me. It looks like we actually maybe overperformed in qualifying, and maybe my rivals underperformed, and we are now struggling for the rest of the weekend. So it is nice and warm for the main race. Hopefully that will be the difference between yesterday's sprint as clearly we went better in the hotter temperatures, but that doesn't mean we will again today. But anyway, let's get into it. Let's go to the race.
The Martinator proved himself as the pole man. We just have to see if he'll be able to dominate this race as well.
Okay, come on. Good start now. Get away with the group. See what we can do. Oh, Fabio Quadraro's down. I took evasive action. Warnings left, right, and centre. Me and Zach are here having a brilliant start to the race, up into the top 10, the two of us. It's a poor exit there, though. I'm under investigation constantly. I come back at Acosta. Not this time. Around the outside. Alright, we have 2 warnings already. To be honest, I'll take that to be top 10. Even though maybe short-lived, but still. Bit of a glory run. Around the outside of Acosta. No way we're going to make this stick. We have, somehow. Can we try something on Zarco? The main objective is to beat Marini, but you always want to be the top guy on your manufacturer. A long way back. Did we get a stop? No. And we lose the position as well to Acosta. Surprisingly hanging in here with Acosta. Once again, we're going to go for the move. Are we... Last minute, we're going to show him a wheel. Seemingly getting good drive today for some reason. Again, it looks like the heat is working in our favour. Again, oh, wide from Zarco. Four exit there. Binder's going to be on us. So to commit, thankfully. Got away with it. Pace is not that hot, 31.7s at the moment we're doing. And keeping with these guys pretty comfortably. Mistake again from Zarco. But looks like Zarco is potentially over his limit. He's making Acosta go the long way around, which gives us an opening. Acosta fights back and pushes us into the corner a bit more aggressively than we need it to be. Right here, I think we need to clear Zarco sooner rather than later. Got a warning there, less than ideal. Can't really afford to lunge him again, so we're going to just try take time out of him, maybe get him into Tremonto. Not close enough. That was breaking so deep just to counteract everything I do. We're trying to open up everything. Get good runs out. Which we're doing, but not enough at the moment. I think Rio, that's where we're going to have to do it. Very real example. Again, oh, he just turns in on us on the braking. He's gone so deep, in fairness. Zarco's doing a fabulous job here defending, but he's costing me and the pack behind so much time. That should be the run. That should be the run. There we go. He's compromised too many times. Oh, we're deep though. We are deep. We're so deep. Can we square it off? Just about, and we hold position, I believe. Right. Not really sure now what's really an option in this race. All I know is I want to escape the pack. Look at that. Slightly faster Honda somehow. Stay through Cavone. And now we're back behind them again. We managed to turn right back straight under Costa. And we've just managed to just sneak up the inside. A bit of contact between me and Zarco. But Zarco's defending so aggressively. So we clean first sector. And hopefully we can make a break from these guys. Zarco shows us a wheel. Oh, someone's down, someone's down. Maverick Vinales is out of the Misano GP here. In a position gain, we're somehow in the top 8. This is crazy. Look at our deltas. Look at the lap we are having here for the first lap on our own. There's a bit of a gap. See, can we push on now and just finish this race strong? Another warning for Nakagami. Look at all them Honda warnings, and that's 2 of them getting long laps. I wonder are they battling and pushing each other off track, because it's strange to see them all run off at the exact same point and get long laps. Rider standings, look at that. Oh, it's taking my eye line, but it's still quite a cool graphic, I like that. 57 points, Martin leads over Bastianini. And that is the running order currently in this race. Pace is dropping massively, I think now that I know I have a long lap looming if I go off the track again. As well as I believe the front end has taken an awful beating in the first 9 laps of this race. Here comes the KTM by Costa. Nothing I can do. Stick on him and use him as a bit of a tow. He can drag us back. I think we're about to move there. We do have Binders all right on us. Another yellow flag. Porsche has gone to green. Not too sure if that's in front or behind. Comes Binder. No, not much I can do. Just able to hang on to Pedro for kind of a lap before he's run away. Hope we can stick with Binder. Mistake there into 2 from him. We get him back on the brakes in here. Maybe, maybe. Oh, he's the same as Zarco, broke so late and then just tried to close the door, and he has, in fairness. These are very little opportunity to do anything in recovery. Factory KTM just pulls away. Go straight. Yep, feel that. Drag deep. Now it is Zarco behind me. And Jack Miller on the other KTM. So, need to go into a bit of race management now. Make sure we don't drop the 2.5, 3 seconds back to Zarco. Barring any mistakes, P10 should be where we finish today, which would be a brilliant result if we can get this to the flag. Just don't have anything to kind of pull back on these guys. I'm just losing slightly bit every lap, just a small bit here and there, the usual positions. We are, you can see, look at the front wheel just chattering away all the way into Toronto turn 10. Gaff, thankfully, back to who now is Miller, so maybe not thankfully, but 3.5 seconds. So only on 2 laps, he won't be able to pull that back in, and we just need to stay off the green, and another top 10 will be in the bag. So 3 seconds back to Miller. We're just taking the edge off this last lap, making sure that we don't touch the green in here, and just trying to bring this home for a nice safe P10. We are 1 away from a penalty, so we just stay off all them painted surfaces, but Overall, it's turned out to be a decent weekend. Of course, on Friday, as always, the pace is never there. Managed to qualify in 14th, which is our best qualifying in a long time. And unfortunate sprint with the weird long lap that I don't really know what I got for, but it's looking like here we're going to come home in P10 in this main race, which on this Honda today is a brilliant result. Now, going forward, where should we go? I'm not really sure, to be honest. Do we stick with the Japanese? Do we go to Yamaha? Do we go and offer our services to the biggest competitor to Honda in the Japanese market? Or do we try and get on one of the European bikes and see what we can do? Because I know at the moment, Honda keep up their ignoring act and trying to put me down, I will jump ship and get on a bike somewhere else. But that has been Misano GP P10. Get in.
While we wait for the cameras to take us to the Parc Fermé to meet the stars of the race, let's take a quick look at the final MotoGP standings.
So we end in a KTM factory sandwich. Not bad. Not bad at all. Martin wins it, Nea Bastianini and Marquez rounds out the podium. Zarco 31.5, 30.7 for me. 30.4, so again that can be ridiculous over one lap. Marini, in fairness, over one lap, very good. Mir, lots of penalties. And unfortunately, Bezzecchi and Vinales did not finish. But yeah, P10, really happy you managed to get a good result on the Sunday. 22 seconds off, not too bad. A couple of laps I went missing. Again, it's just so hard to keep qualifying laps and not making mistakes at the moment. This Honda is just nearly impossible. But again, 21-minute race from Jorge Martin. We were 20 seconds off. It's not the worst, but yeah, we would like to be a little bit closer than that. But overall, it's been a good day's racing. Party in the championship, Frankie Morbidelli has jumped up into P6. We've lost the 6th position. Now we're down to 7th. Aleix Espargaro is now 2 points off. You'd imagine he'll catch me. We probably won't fall out of the top 10, I don't believe, unless Alex Marquez goes on a steady run in the final few rounds of the season. But yeah, if we can finish in the top 10, that will really give me a good base to fight for next year for a new ride. So our rewards, we have now gone up to champion, which is really good. Finished at least 10th in the race. Oh, we've been demoted. So we went up to champion, and unfortunately the sprint race cost us. So we are like 1100 points off. It's really close, but yeah, it's a shame we didn't, because finished top 10. Really high objectives for me, really, to be honest. We beat Marini, which they didn't give me any points for. But yeah, so we're still second rider. Really frustrating. At the end of the year, we'll have to have a look at really our options and consider maybe jumping ship, because I've been very patient throughout the season with Honda. I've been very good to them, and I can't say they've been very good to me. So let's hope we get a good offer for the Repsol seat next year, or maybe we will jump ship. Hope you have enjoyed today's video. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you in a future MotoGP 24 career mode very soon. Thanks for watching. Slán go fóill.